Toodaloo! So, today I would like to try and talk about a book called The Great Gatsby. I know you all know what it is, and you know I love it already. Yeah, I'm just gonna talk a bit about what it's about to begin with before I tell you what I really think about it. So, it's about Nick Haraway. He's the narrator. He writes the story, and it's about the 20s, New York City, and the extravagance. New money and wealth, and Nick's trying to get some monies, yeah, on the market. So he kind of puts away his writing dream for a bit, and he rents a small house. And Nick gets into the extravagant lifestyle due to his cousin Daisy, who lives across the bay from Nick on the old money side. And Daisy is married to a man called Tom Buchanan, who is an asshole, really. He's a polo player, and they have a daughter that barely gets mentioned in the book. And yeah, you need to read this and know it's written a while back, but also with that, I would like to say this wasn't as bad uh, in that way that a lot of other old literature is, if you know what I mean. Anyways, and Daisy has a friend called Jordan who is always with her, sort of, and Nick and Jordan kind of gets along a bit, and Jordan is a really nice character. I actually like her, even though she's kind of crazy. I do enjoy her, and she doesn't get mentioned that much. There's a rare rare pieces where Nick writes about his own life and dating Jordan and things like that. But one of my favorite quotes are actually when Jordan and Nick are driving a car. And yeah, I think it's on page 99 in this edition. I think if it is, I'll read it to you real quickly. I put it on my Goodreads when I came to that page. I think it says a lot. Um, no. Hmm. It's not here. What the? And of course, it's about this man called Gatsby. He's called Jay Gatsby. He's living next to Nick in this kind of mansion. It's a real big house. Nick hasn't, he doesn't come up until 40, 50 pages in, something like that. And he's kind of mysterious. And for some reason, there's a lot of partying going on over there, and all of the New Yorkers go there. And one night, Nick gets a personal invitation, and he goes and meets Jordan there, but he doesn't meet Gatsby at first. Um, and it's all very weird. And basically, the story comes around to who Gatsby is. It's sort of a facade, the whole party thing that Gatsby keeps up, and it's all to attract a love interest. So yeah, it's basically a love story. I also find it to be a story about the fact that being wealthy doesn't necessarily mean that you are happy. And I'm thinking that's what Fitzgerald wants you to kind of think about reading this book. 'Cause that's what I thought about a lot while reading it, and Nick actually declines all of it in the end, due to various reasons, but mainly because of his true emotions and relationships, and he feels like everyone else there is a fraud. No one really is true with their emotions and what they really care about, and they just seem to care about the kind of good lifestyle and being wealthy and able to pay for things and stuff like that, just living a comfortable life. If you have not, if you don't know anything about this story, you should probably stop watching now, because I'm gonna talk about characters and things. I mean, I know it's a classic, and probably everyone knows about what's happening, what happens in the end, yeah, who's in love with who, and blah blah blah. But I don't want to spoil it for anyone if you have not read it and don't want to know before reading it. So yeah, turn it off. Well, basically, I I've been thinking about Daisy a lot. Um, Daisy, I feel like she's uncredited. I think most people don't like her, and I can see why. I don't, for a few reasons, but I can also see why she does what she does. I mean, she's in this relationship with a man who cheated on her from the beginning. She knows about it, and this man, Tom Buchanan, is a massive asshole. He has a lover on the side, uh, and when Gatsby gets into the story and Tom recognizes that he's an old love of Daisy's and that Daisy might leave Tom, he gets very hypocritical and will not let Daisy be happy. Even though he kind of actually want to be with his lover, which he has a apartment in the town with. Um, and I kind of don't like Nick not saying anything because he knows this, and Daisy is his cousin, and I guess it's the era. You don't really talk about those things too much. Feminism isn't too. I mean, it's starting to get going. Women can go dancing and things like that, but it wouldn't be. Daisy still. I wanted her to just leave Tom, and a main reason, main thing, which you probably. I don't know how if anyone else feels like this. I still don't want her to be with Gatsby either, because Gatsby is very self-destructive. He is living in the past. He's stuck with this illusion of how Daisy and his lives would have been like if he wasn't really poor. Because he isn't even. He took the name J. Gatsby when he left his home, which was on a poor shed sort of, and met this old man which he learned all his ways from, old sport and wearing suits and everything. He didn't get his money from him, but he learned all the kind of gentleman talk and how to put himself out there to kind of gain some money in a very speculative skeptic way, a very bad way, but still, um, if he haven't met that man and gone with him on his boat, he probably wouldn't pursue any of the money he got. So yeah, I don't think I really like the character of Gatsby. He's very complicated and very. I know what he's going through, breaking up with the love of your life, and sort of knowing he's just asking too much. He asked Daisy to forget everything that's happened the last 5 years and tell Tom she never loved him, which would be untrue, even though he's an ass and she knows he is. she can't really say she never loved him. And um, yeah, I just wish she could have divorced and got her kid and moved out, maybe with Nick, because Nick breaks up with Jordan, sort of, and just moves away because he realizes that these people have a lot of money and just, but they don't really care about keeping their relationships true, because Gatsby dies in the end and no one goes to his funeral. Everyone goes to the parties at his house, but when he dies, he gets shot. No one goes, not even Daisy. She doesn't even call, nothing, and it's heartbreaking. Um, and he doesn't want to be a part of that kind of lifestyle, so he leaves. And I think that's a very good thing. I very much enjoyed Nick's character. I think he's very thoughtful and intelligent and very human in a way. The other characters, I do like Daisy as well, and I think it's her upbringing and the fact that she's a woman in the 20s that makes her do a lot of her bad choices, and that's not really her fault. Um, and Gatsby is just delusional. When she meant he actually meets Daisy's daughter, and he's acting like, because he wants to get back with Daisy, but he also wants the last 5 years not to have happened. And I can't really see that Daisy could have left Tom, took her kid, and moved in with Gatsby. That wouldn't have worked, I believe. I don't think he'd get along very well with the kid because it's not his kid. And he's, yeah, I just think he's delusional. He's trying too hard. He is too stuck in his mind and his fantasies. It's a bad thing to fantasize about someone, um, because when you meet them again in reality, they won't be what you expect. You'll get disappointed, and yeah, those are things I thought about. This was very weird video. I tried to do this once already. It was so freaking bad. But I think I said everything that I wanted. Um, yeah, you can't repeat the past. You really can't. You can't.